How's it going, rednecks? This is going to be a little bit of a weird video because this vehicle right here has not been seen on my channel but 3 times. I looked it up, and on October of 2019 this thing was put away in storage, so we're shy of 2 months of this thing being in storage for 3 years. And my YouTube channel's only 4, I think it's actually 5 years old now, so most of you probably don't even know I own what is under this cover, and I guess that's what this video is going to be. We're going to get this cover pulled off. We're going to try and start this thing because when I stored it 3 years ago, I had no intentions of leaving it this long, so it has no stabilizer in it. There was nothing done to it. I literally cleaned it up and parked it. So we're going to pull the cover off, throw my batteries in, and see if this thing fires up, and then hopefully mice haven't made any nest in it. So what do you say we do the big reveal and I show you my 97 straight axle swap Tahoe. Alright, rednecks, with the batteries in the truck, I got to go over the fact that I took both of them out, and I do that every time I store the vehicle. I will take them out, put them inside my house so they stay good. My buddy does put traps by the tires because most likely the mice would run up the tires, obviously. And inside the interior, what I do is I put dryer sheets all over the place because supposedly that stops the mice from wanting to nest in here, so we're going to hope that works. But without further ado, with the battery installed, let's crank this thing over and see if it'll start. All right. Oh, the key's in it. That's right, you must have a key. Uh-oh, I don't hear a fuel pump. There, Ryan. 2 seconds. Okay. Yep, I hear it, okay. All right, moment of truth. Looks like we got any smoke coming out the back. Prime the fuel pump a couple times, hit the key, and it fired right up. So we're going to get that back tire inflated. These are only the storage tires. My actual tires are sitting right there. You can't even see me. But yeah, we're going to get those things put on the truck. My buddy said 2 of them are flat, so they did not survive the 3 years sitting alone. So what do you say? Once again, we're going to get that inflated, get this thing pulled out, get them babies installed. Well, I'm actually pretty impressed. Thing fired right up, like I said. The transmission feels good as far as first gear went right in. We're going to get these tires off, but while my buddy's getting the jack, I want to go over the ground because if you ever store a vehicle, you kind of want to look it over. And if you take a look, the only real issue I have is one of my steering stabilizers leaked a little bit of oil. I know I have a rear main leak. And this is probably out of the exhaust because you're going to be burning water. So the only 3 puddles I see is right there, and one was right there, and right there. So we're doing pretty good. I'm pretty confident in saying this thing's not leaking oil everywhere, so let's get them tires on. And just like that, I got the 35 12.5 15s installed on the Tahoe, and now it's time to start this thing up and drive it out. The brakes are a little bit crusty looking, so hopefully that cleans up once I start driving this thing. And I already went over the fluid levels off camera, so we should theoretically be good to go. Well, I figured before I took this down the road, I would look for a mice nest and get rid of them dryer sheets. And I looked this whole thing over underneath all the seats. I got all the dryer sheets out of there. And then I checked my toolbox, checked my sub box back here, checked all back there. And there were no mice in any of that. So this gives you an idea how many dryer sheets were in this. That is a pretty big pile right there, but I don't smell nothing in here. So I'm guessing they did their job. So beside needing a clean inside and out, this thing looks like it's good to go. So let's start this thing up, throw her in gear, and head down the road. Well, it's the next day, and I ended up driving this thing home last night. I figured it wasn't worth getting a video on because it was just dark out. But I'm actually going to have to end the video here because I'm getting ready to do a heim joint front steering conversion on this thing that I'm going to build myself. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make a video on that because in 2 days, I'm actually planning on taking this thing to Silver Lake, or I guess hopefully in 2 days, if I can get all that figured out, get all these heim joints and everything figured out. So with that being said, maybe I'll do a walk around video of this thing in the future because there's a lot of cool stuff on this truck. I've owned this truck since I was 22 years old, and I'm 38 now, so bought it completely stock and built everything myself. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. But until then, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and get back to work.